Hello students. So as we already completed our part 1 of the internet of class 10th, this is the part 2 where we complete remaining part of this chapter, the internet. So the internet, as we already discussed about website, web page, www, HTML, HTTP. So here now yes, we are discussing about the use of internet. Like the first topic is about email address. Email address. What is the email first of all? Email. As we very well know, email is electronic mail, which is a way to send our data like audio, video, text, and other documentation in the manner of a message. So that is the email service. Email, different of email services are available like Gmail, Google Mail, Yahoo Mail, like that. So what is the email address? Email address, as we send postcard, any kind of letter or marriage invitation to any of person, at that time we mention the address of that person. For example, I want to send one marriage invitation to one of my friend. At that time, I mention his or her address to send that message. So here the same. It's an electronic or digital address of a person which is described how the particular message received to that particular person. It's to go through the server way. So here email address. Email address is the based on the model created for internet electronic mail frameworks since 1980. That means the very first email sent with the help of email server is in 1980. After who? The question is that who is the inventor of this? Who is the father of email service? Ray Tomlinson. Ray Tomlinson is created or inventing email service in 1972. Ray Tomlinson was the scientist of DARPA. As we already discussed, DARPA is the first body which introduced internet service first ever. Now, I already gave an example about email address, imanshuji.maharaj@gmail.com. Here, at the rate is a separation in between of the server as well as the username. So this is the two part of email. First one of username and second one is server name. Here gmail.com is the service provider or email provider service, while at the rate is work as separation. Now after completing email, so email have different of service, send email, receive email, different of kind. But the main thing, protocols. Protocols, as we already discussed in our part 1, that a set of rules, regulation and instructions over the use of internet are called protocols. So here we separately discussed about different of protocols which are used in the use of internet. So protocols are the set of rules that is used for data transfer on the internet. So this is used for data transformation. How to data transformation, what kind of protocols used in where, or what kind of protocols we have in the internet. So let's discuss about it. First one is TCP/IP. TCP/IP. The very first protocol is this. The full form of is Transfer Control Protocol in an Internet Protocol. Transfer Control Protocol and Internet Protocol. Now, what is this? It is the basic communication language or protocol of the internet. It is the basic communication languages or protocol of the internet. That means it is the very first one. Without of it, it's not possible to connect with the internet of the user and the servers together. That is called user interface. That means TCP/IP is responsible for the communication in between of the user and the server. That is called user interface. Now, who introduced TCP/IP? So, Windsurf introduced TCP/IP in 1970. What? TCP/IP is a two-layer program. Two-layer program, as is already given, TCP as well as IP. So it's a two-layer program where the higher layer, higher or upper layer, higher layer TCP manages the assembling of message. That means it is responsible to create the message, while in smaller packets that are transmitted over the internet and received by the TCP layer. That means the data packets created by TCP and IP receives these packets. The lower layer IP, on the other hand, handles the address part of the each packet, so it gets to the right destination. That means TCP is responsible to create the part or packets, while IP is responsible to send or receive these packets in a particular manner. Second is POP3. POP3, Post Office Protocol 3. Post Office Protocol. Who introduced it? It introduced by Mark Crispin in 1972. But Mark Crispin introduced POP. After that, some of reflections, some of advantages introduced time to time, and it is converted to POP 2, POP 3. POP, that means it is also called POP. POP, POP or Post Office Protocol, all are the same. POP is standard mail protocol that is used to receive emails from a remote server to local email client. It allows you to download email message on your local computer and read them even when you are offline. That means, for an example, someone sent one email to you. You receive that email, but you no time to read the whole message at the same time. At that time, you just back to your email ID and wait for a time. After some time, you will be free and you want to read that message again. In that case, POP3 is responsible to retrieve that message for you again and again, and it is also facilitate the user to use this email message while you are offline or online. That means it's permanently saved that email for the user. Okay, that is POP3 is the most recent version of the standard protocol of receiving email. That means, as I told, POP1, POP2 and POP3. POP3 is the latest version of receiving email. After POP3, we are discussing, or we are moved to our third topic, SMTP. SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. Simple Mail Transfer Protocol is responsible for transmission of email over a network. That means if we want to send an email, that time SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, is responsible to send or receive the email. It is introduced by Ray Tomlinson in 1971. So after that, SMTP. Now we again move to HTTP. HTTP, as we already discussed, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Hypertext Transfer Protocol, it is a process used for transferring a web page from web server to web browser. As I told, that what is a web page? A web page is a part of website that different of web pages all together create a website, and this website is to be stored on a web server, and web browser is a kind of software which help us to use different of websites. So HTTP is responsible to transferring web page from web server to web browser, and it is basically a set of rules for transferring files on the www. That means receiving and sending the files. It is with the help of www. It is the work of HTTP. After completing HTTP, we shall move to our next topic, HTTPS. A little bit different. What is the major difference in between of HTTP and HTTPS? HTTP, the full form is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. But here, S for secure. S for secure. So HTTPS is the secure version of HTTP. That means whenever we make payment, we move to the gateway of different of for payment options. That time we need security. Otherwise, anyone use our ID and password. So HTTPS at that time work on security. It means all the communication between your browser and the website are encrypted. That means no one else, you and your company, other person, even the browser and the facilitation app is not liable to open your any kind of data. It is totally secure. That is also called payment gateway security. After HTTPS, we move to FTP, File Transfer Protocol. FTP is most commonly used protocol to download a file from or upload a file to server using the internet. That means with the help of FTP, we receive or download any kind of file or any kind of data to our server with the help of internet. Our seventh protocol is SSH. SSH, that means secure cell. What is it? It is a method for secure remote login from one computer to another. That means when we want to log in from our computer to another computer like Wi-Fi, through Bluetooth, or remote login like TeamViewer, like Zoom, this is happened with the help of SSH. It providing secure access for the users and the automated process secure, interactive and automated file transfer. That means it is sending and receiving file message, conveying through audio video call, audio video message, all to be secure with the help of SSH. That's why it's called secure cell. Now the next one is, eighth one is SFTP. SSH File Transfer Protocol. It is a protocol which is useful for the file transferring when we use SSH. That means it is a way whenever we use secure cell, the time of it, we use file transferring with the help of SFTP. It works like FTP and SSH combination. It is a combination of both FTP and SSH. The ninth one is SCP, Secure Copy Protocol. What is it? It supports on Unix-like platform as a part of SSH protocol suite. Here, SCP is a secure copy protocol. That means whenever we send or receive the digital signature, digital manner work and different of pages, web pages, particular pages, it is depend on the SCP. If our SCP is working properly, in that case, we use Unix-like platform. Unix-like platform, that means it is totally secure. No one else, the user, encrypted that data. The next, last one, Telnet. Telnet is what? Telnet, telecommunication network. That means it works over the telephone. That means earlier, whenever these type of protocol are not useful or not invented, that time the Telnet is responsible to make communication between the user and the internet. It is a network protocol used on the internet or local area network connection. Local area network connection, that means LAN. So here the Telnet is a protocol which is responsible with communication between internet and LAN. After completing our chapter or our all tutorials work, now we move forward to the question answers section. Here, first we start from MCQs. So let I read for you the questions. I never read any of option for you. So first question is, what is a website? Second is, name the web service that allows you to keep online digital diary. Next one is, name the Basque language that is used to design a web page. Next, which among the following is not a protocol? The next question is, sixth one is, what is the full form of URL? Seventh question, which among the following is used to transfer data over www? Next question is SMTP is a simple. After ninth question, a simple protocol used for fetching email from a mailbox is usually in which platform is STP used? Which among the following is responsible for breaking data into packets for the transmission? After MCQs, we have the next section, fill in the blanks with the given words. First, fill up is given, computers that store the information we seek on the internet are called. Second, the protocol is method for secure remote login from one computer to another. Third, is used to remotely log in to another computer. Fourth, a collection of related web pages from A. 5, the IP address consists a set of numbers. 6, FileZilla is an example of client. The same manner. 7th, what websites are located on. 8, R is issued, browse the web. 9, an address is an example of. 10, the DES is a secure version of HTTP. In the same manner, we have true and false. True and false exercise is the next exercise. The first page that you see when open a website is called. Second, Google Chrome is the name of a web browser. Address bar is a space of web browser where you can type a web address. The stop button on a web browser allows you to stop loading a web page in your web browser. The TCP/IP protocol for downloading or uploading files. STP is a procedure used for transferring a web page from a web server to a web browser. The term upload is used to transfer a file web page from a website or web server to a local computer. Now, after MCQs, fill-ups, and true false, we move to our main concept. Answer the following questions. Answer the following question is the way. So, where are the different hardware components of internet? What are the protocols? Name the protocols used for transferring files over the internet. Why I read these questions? Actually, maybe the questions are not proper visually for you. That's why I read these questions. It is helpful for you to use these questions, to write these questions and complete your syllabus also. The third one is, what are the different ways in which you connect to the internet? Fourth is, name the technologies based on which the World Wide Web is created. Fifth one is, what is web page? Also state its relationship with a website. Explain the significance of a web browser. Give the general syntax of an URL. Explain the significance of domain extension. State one of the use of each of the following: TCP/IP, FTP, and HTTP. Now, the thing, if you are not liable to complete your questions, or after completing the question, I suggest you, after completing the questions by yourself, you take help from this answers key. This is helpful for you. For an example, in the very first MCQs, answer is given. In the second one, fill-ups answers are given. In the third C section, true or false are given. And D section, it is all about the question answers. But it is only help for you. I suggest you once again to complete your data. To complete your data by yourself, complete your syllabus once again. I make the way of these questions once again from the beginning. So you have to see once again answers only. So I just suggest you to take a look. Also, we use a look. For example, first one is about MCQs. First D, second A, third A, fourth C, fifth C, 6C, 7th A, 8D, 11th B, 12th D. Servers, SSH, Telnet, website 4, FTP, servers, web browser, IP address, HTTP. True, false. First one is false, second one is false, third one is true, fourth one is true, fifth one is false, sixth one is true, seventh one is false. Likewise, the question answers is given. This is the question answer number 1. This is the answer of question number 2. This is the answer of question number 3. This is the answer of question number 4, but it's not full answer. It is only for answer keys. That means it is for helping you. It not means that you just write at the same as given in the answer. This is the answer number 5, answer of question number 6, and answer the question number 7. Let's have a look. Take a look. This is the 5, 6, 7, and so this is our last question, question number 7. After 7, this is the 7 is just little big. So this is the part of next question. First, second, third. This is the 3 parts of answer number 7, because answer number 7 is the biggest part. After this, I must say you complete your task. Stay at home, be safe, complete your syllabus. I also try to suggest you the link about the question and answer section. Thank you.